from Pizza Hut, the biggest pizza you can get delivered.
Methods to avoid carjackings, tonight at 11.
For a few seconds, I'm Carl Lewis. And then the few seconds pass and I'm an old wreck.
Peter O'Toole runs the gamut in his new thriller movie.
An unlikely hero tackles immortality for old Notre Dame.
Oh, guys just went crazy on the sideline.
And for the young, hip generation, there's nothing quite like dancing back into the past.
It's so goofy that why not bring it back?
Entertainment Tonight catches Thursday Night Fever for the second day of September 1993.
Hi, and thanks for joining us. Mary Hart continues on vacation. I'm Lisa Gibbons.
And I'm John Tesh. Since the early 50s, Jerry Lewis has been a driving force in raising money for muscular dystrophy. He has raised over $1 billion with his Labor Day telethons. But for some of those he has helped, there is a fine line between charity and pity.
I love you all. You know that. And so does this country.
For Jerry Lewis, raising money to help in the fight against muscular dystrophy is a labor of love. But Lewis has come under attack, and it's from the very ones he is trying to help. Some have criticized Lewis and the MDA's so-called pity approach to raising money. They feel it perpetuates the negative image of the disabled as being helpless.
If I leave her alone in the house, and if a phone rings, she can't pick it up.
Chris Matthews and Mike Irvin are former MDA poster children who are now part of a group called Jerry's Orphans. They feel the telethons are demeaning.
You get the impression that we're all a bunch of sad, pathetic, lonely people whose lives are so empty that the most important thing to us is to have Jerry come over and give us a big hug.
People with disabilities are whole and beautiful and proud, and you would not know that to watch a telethon. And that's my primary disagreement insofar as Jerry Lewis goes.
Leslie Bennett, who interviewed Lewis for the current issue of Vanity Fair, says he was outraged at these charges.
I think he's just stunned and incredulous that the very people who he would have thought would be most grateful to him are now among his severest critics.
Jack Epling, a spokesman for MDA's National Task Force, says Lewis's devotion to the cause speaks for itself.
I don't think I have to defend the man who has for 40 years given him himself. He's a great humanitarian. I've met him, and he is sincere.
Frida Zames, vice president of a disabled group in New York, says this issue can be resolved with some communication, and she has a message for Lewis.
Jerry, this is a new world. We have the Americans with Disabilities Act. We're independent, proud people, and work with us. We want to work with you.
And Lisa is, of course, one of the co-hosts of the telethon, which begins airing this Sunday evening. Have you spoken to Jerry recently?
I have spoken with Jerry. And you know, John, he's understandably upset and I think hurt by this, but he has a job to do. He's not going to let that deter him from that. And I should say, I recognize there's a question of semantics here, but one of my roles on the telethon is to give achievement awards and to recognize, to underscore what the people with physical challenges can do rather than what they cannot do.
The very thing that those dissenters were calling for.
Precisely.
Right. Well, good luck this weekend.
Thanks. Yeah. Most movies about sports legends tell of hitting a grand slam homer in the bottom of the ninth or going 99 yards for a touchdown with time running out. Rudy's a movie about an unlikely sports hero at a school where legends are a dime a dozen, Notre Dame. With its winning tradition and colorful setting, Notre Dame has become the home of such gridiron greats as Knute Rockne and Joe Montana. But the Fighting Irish was also the team of another player who became a legendary figure there, albeit an unlikely one, and now his story has become a movie. His name is Rudy Ruettiger, and his tale an inspirational one. Standing just 5'6", his dream was to make the football squad. And in 1975, he did, if only for one brief moment. The last guy on the bench, whose big heart made up for his diminutive size, he took the field in the final seconds of his only game and sacked the opposing quarterback. The 59,000 fans in attendance went wild. Rudy remembers the moment as if it were yesterday.
It just felt this could only happen in a movie. Playing the last 5 seconds of a game, not knowing you were going to dress for that game, and getting the last tackle as the clock ended and the crowd cheering for you. I've never seen that at Notre Dame happen.
Even his former teammate, quarterback Joe Montana, remembers the day.
Oh, guys just went crazy on the sideline. I mean, it was like we had won the national championship almost. I mean, that's how excited everybody was for him.
All that excitement is now coming to the screen with Sean Astin starring as Rudy. He says taking the field for the pivotal scene gave him goosebumps.
It's always been a dream of mine to run out onto a football field in front of 57,000 people, which I got to do last weekend, and sack the quarterback.
During filming, the two worked closely together, even pumping a little iron with some Notre Dame players.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Roush, 4-year Notre Dame football veteran.
As for Rudy, the theme in all this is the same message he's lived by since his college days.
I can do it too. I can't give up when it looks so far away. That's when you're the closest, and that's the feel. They're gonna laugh, cry, and cheer in this movie.
Rudy will be in theaters next month.
You got your Superman, you got your Batman, you got your Spider-Man. How about your Seinfeld man? Here's the lowdown. Is the current king of comedy headed for comic books? That's what Marvel Comics was hoping when the company pitched Jerry Seinfeld the idea of turning his hit sitcom into animated antics. But while Jerry loved the drawings, he's too busy to join the ranks of Toontown.
I would love to have done it, but, you know, I can't do it and do the show at the same time.
For 22 years, Bob Barker's been calling contestants down for fun and games on The Price is Right. But when a new nighttime version of the show debuts next fall, look for a new host. The Young and the Restless star Doug Davidson. He gave us the lowdown on Barker's advice to him.
He said to watch out for those nasty contestants who would try and take away all my money and prizes.
And what is the lowdown on the hottest trend in dressing and dancing? Here's a clue. Break out your polyester and platforms.
I like the 70s. It was good time, good music, good dressing.
My mom used to dress the same way. That's the way I was brought up.
A new case of Saturday Night Fever breaks out later in our Inside Story.
When America goes on vacation, that's when I go to work. Problem is, that's also when I get really tough allergies. Not just sneezing and watery eyes, it's sinus pain and pressure. I tried another allergy medicine, but it didn't work on all my symptoms.
That's why there's Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Its 3 powerful medicines relieve more symptoms than the leading allergy medicine.
Out here, I need something that works, because this job isn't just a walk in the park.
Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Allergy relief clear to your sinuses.
Next on ET, Peter O'Toole pays the price for leaping around on a movie set.
Yep, it's a dull, boring morning. 65 degrees, no wind, no clouds, dull.
Raised in the California sunshine. You know I heard it to the yeah, you know I heard it because I heard it to the big body, yeah.
Whoa, what did he have for breakfast?
Now from Elizabeth Arden, advanced ceramide moisture with a unique alpha hydroxy complex boosts skin's hydration level over 450% after 1 hour. With time, diminishes the look of dry lines and wrinkles up to 25%. Ceramide Time Complex Moisture Cream. Combat visible signs of aging from Elizabeth Arden. Your gift with any $15 Elizabeth Arden purchase at Meyer & Frank.
Okay, we know you buy national brands, probably because your mom bought national brands. And that's okay, because there are very good products in those cans. But we'd like to let you in on a little secret. What goes into our IGA brand is rated as good or better than the national brands, and we're so sure you'll like what's in our cans, if you're not happy, we'll buy them back. Oh, and there's something else that comes with IGA products. And even Mom would like that.
Price is a good one. Got the price I was after. TV I was looking at is almost $100 cheaper.
I like to be really careful with my money, so I like to shop around. Figured out what I wanted, came here, and they took care of me.
Best price I've been quoted, I saved about $100.
Prices are number one on my list. It was about 12% less, but that 12% is like 50% to me.
The price is right. Well, their price is absolutely the best.
Roaming the desert as the heroic Lawrence of Arabia made Peter O'Toole an instant star in 1962. Now he's back in the Middle East in a new movie, and this time he's a bad guy, and he is feeling the heat.
Fun is fun, and now it's over.
You're a real nutcase, mister.
And maybe so.
In the seventh coin, Peter O'Toole returns to the screen as a retired British Army officer on an obsessive quest in Jerusalem. The object of his desire, an ancient coin that falls into the hands of two teenagers.
Action!
Filmed throughout Israel and utilizing many historic sites, the movie is an old-fashioned chase with the demented O'Toole in hot pursuit of his young co-stars. Braving sweltering temperatures in the old city, Peter says all that running and jumping he did from rooftop to rooftop seemed like a good idea at the time.
For a few seconds, I'm Carl Lewis. And then the few seconds pass and I'm an old wreck. I mean, I couldn't walk this morning. I was leaping around those roofs. Yes, and I've been leaping around a wall today. I shall suffer bitterly.
The 61-year-old Irishman doesn't make a lot of movies these days, but he says the historic setting of this one drew him to the project.
We were standing on the ramparts, and we're playing a romantic thriller. It's impossible to be here without a tangible sense of history.
Impossible was also what O'Toole's young co-stars, Alexandra Powers and Navin Chowdhury, thought when they learned they'd get the chance to work with the legendary actor. They were both in awe.
I was shaking when I met him. He's exactly kind of what you would expect him to be.
Yeah.
Just this sort of dramatic.
Look at him shoot, and he's like this classic movie star in his
poised
gear and his makeup and everything.
Dressed and the way he walks. And
as for O'Toole, well, he found the role of mentor on the set to these young colleagues equally enjoyable.
These are two young pros. They're getting on with it. They're making their own mistakes, finding their own way. If one can help, one does. And if they're pulling it off, it's a delightful sight.
The seventh coin opens in New York and Los Angeles on September 10th.
Last year at this time, a television special used dozens of stars to bring AIDS awareness to prime time. The result was a record number of phone calls to the National AIDS Hotline from across the country. And now the stars and the special are back again.
Americans are very sexy people.
And we can be pretty careless in our sexuality.
Paula Abdul and Arsenio Hall host the AIDS special, which mixes entertainment and information. Stars such as Clint Black, Lily Tomlin, Expose, and Luke Perry get the message out.
So, Mom, Dad, if you think keeping children in the dark about sex is keeping them safe, think about what goes on in the dark.
Arsenio and Paula say they hope young people in particular will tune in to this broadcast.
There are over 50 major stars involved.
Great people.
Yeah, wonderful people who donated their time and their talent, but I'm hoping that will draw them in and they'll take the knowledge away with them because ignorance is our biggest enemy in this situation.
AIDS stands for Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome. I think it's informative in the fact that it's right in your face. You can't avoid it. And talking about issues of contracting the disease and also all the fallacies.
Lily Tomlin's Ernestine does a turn as an AIDS hotline counselor on the show.
You say your daughter is 16 years old? And she let you use the phone? She's with her boyfriend. And what's your question, ma'am? No, your daughter cannot contract the AIDS virus from a hug or a kiss.
And Patty Austin sings We're All in This Together, which has become an anthem for the fight against AIDS.
We've lost too many great people to this disease, so it's about tolerance and love and understanding and cooperation and all of that peaceful, wonderful, good stuff.
Also performing in the special will be Elton John and Barry Manilow in A New Light, 93, will air Saturday on ABC.
NBC's hoping the fans of a certain sitcom are mad enough about it to watch 2 episodes in the same night. Highlights of an encore double feature lead tonight's coming attractions. One episode features Paul Reiser opening his big mouth to a father of the bride.
It's just a beautiful wedding. I'm sure they'll be very happy.
Listen, if the two of them can live together in that apartment for a year and a half without killing each other, believe me, they're going to be fine.
The other show has Helen Hunt's old boyfriend, played by Rick Rossovich, hired to paint Hunt and Reiser's apartments. And guess who gets jealous?
Hey, let me get that.
Mad About You airs twice tonight on NBC.
This is the only show in America where you at home can get the same great prizes that our contestants are going to win today.
A new concept in game shows blends sports trivia with home shopping. Former pro football player Jimmy Cefalo hosts this weekly program that reveals pieces of a puzzle. Home viewers can then purchase the same items the panelists win as prizes.
After barely making the U.S. ski team, he was the surprising gold medalist in the 1984 Olympic downhill. Name him. Mark.
Bill Johnson.
Bill Johnson is right, yes.
Sports Snapshot airs weekends in syndication. Check local listings. One of President Clinton's favorite rock groups, Fleetwood Mac, is featured in a cable special. 70 stars have had their ups and downs, but their music continues to satisfy millions of fans worldwide.
I just think that there's an inexplicable chemistry between the five of us, which will never go away, because it just is what it is, you know. Until we're 90, it'll be there.
Fleetwood Mac, Going Home, airs Saturday on the Disney Channel. And master suspense novelist Lynn Dayton takes a humorous look at California culture. Violent Ward is about the adventures of an L.A. criminal lawyer.
You know that the title of Violent Ward is based upon the idea that if America is a lunatic asylum, then California is the violent ward.
Violent Ward is in bookstores now.
It's not a costume party and it's not a joke. So why are 90s kids dancing like Travolta? That story's next.
Oh, that was wonderful.
I have to see it.
If a movie got great reviews, you'd go see it, wouldn't you?
Absolutely fantastic.
If everyone kept talking about a book, you'd probably read it.
It was brilliant.
And if Automobile Magazine called this Toyota Camry the best car built in America, you'd give it a test drive, right? The 1993 Toyota Camry. Everything you've heard is true.
Don't miss Levitt's big Labor Day sale, now through Monday.
You'll love it.
Choose Bassett Posture Rest Deluxe Bedding, any size, twin, full, queen, or king, only $99 each piece.
That's all.
Kings and queens must be purchased as sets.
But only $99 each piece.
Or choose Bassett Cairo Regal Bedding for only $149 each piece. But hurry, Monday is the final day.
Don't miss it. You love it at Levitt's.
Every day at the office, it's the same old thing. At home, I look for something different, something easy. And I get it with the variety of chicken sauce blends by Schilling. They're convenient, and my family loves them.
Liven up your ordinary chicken with deliciously different chicken sauce blends. They're made by Schilling, and that's all you need to know.
Get that, will you, dear?
Clearance time is savings time at your Mike's Alta discount dealers, Beaverton Nissan and Broadway Toyota. They're clearing out the 93s, so if you've been waiting for really big savings and low prices, now's the time. Pay only $11,615 for a new 93 Altima at Beaverton Nissan, or just $14,977 buys a new V6 Extra Cab 4x4 at Broadway Toyota. And no money down on approved credit. That's at Beaverton Nissan, 3855 Southwest Cedar Hills Boulevard, and Broadway Toyota just off the I-5 by the Coliseum in Portland, where low prices and total customer satisfaction are traditions.
It was the decade when the music from Saturday Night Fever was the soundtrack of the times, when everything from fashion to the beat was extreme. Fire those retro rockets. We're going back to the 70s without leaving the 90s in today's Inside Story. If you thought disco was dead, bell-bottoms a bore, and platforms passé, get ready for a blast from your past, courtesy of some of the hippest 18 to 29-year-olds around.
I like the 70s. It was good time, good music, good dressing.
My mom used to dress the same way. That's the way I was brought up.
It's so goofy that, why not bring it back?
It's an age group that's been christened Generation X, but Generation Memorex might be more like it, because these MTV-raised trendsetters are now living an instant replay of the past, adopting everything from the duds to the dance steps of dear old mom and dad. Midnight screenings in Los Angeles have made John Travolta's Saturday Night Fever the hot new flick among today's young adults, as it was with baby boomers way back in '77. And with the film's soundtrack staying alive for a whole new generation, the guys who brought the Night Fever music to life, the Bee Gees, are finding themselves reliving their disco past.
There's a lot of people who didn't experience that time, and that
we would obviously like to see those new fans
to the new music, and I still appreciate saying
Well,
that.
maybe it'll make them listen to what we're doing at the moment. That would be nice.
Nightclubs from coast to coast have quickly cashed in on this new age of disco, and promoter Brent Bolthouse says you can't fight fashion.
When we started this club, we would let people in for $7 if they dressed 70s, and nobody would. Now the whole planet is dressing 70s.
Even pre-disco 70s songs are striking it big. Whoever thought the bubblegum sounds of the Partridge Family would find a new audience? Part of the credit for the renewed Partridge popularity has to fall on cable's Nick at Night, where reruns of this 70s staple, as well as other classic shows like The Mary Tyler Moore Show, have been reborn.
You've got spunk.
Well,
I hate spunk.
More people we reach, the more new generations. Gosh, there are 7 and 8-year-olds who are coming up to me on the street saying, "Oh, I love you. I love your show. It's so funny. It makes me laugh." And I never thought that would happen.
Even 60s programs like The Dick Van Dyke Show are drawing in younger viewers, and performers like Rose Marie are finding themselves cult heroes to kids not even born when the programs first hit the air.
The young kids have discovered me, and the age difference is amazing because it's young kids today that have discovered it and realize how brilliant it really is.
So where will this new outbreak of Saturday Night Fever stop? Well, at least one trendsetter caught in the middle of the craze says the days of vintage TV, vintage music, and vintage fashion are numbered.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be something else going on now. I mean, it didn't last the first time. I don't think it's going to last again.
Nostalgia is about to take a harder edge, according to club promoter Brent Bolthouse. He says punk from the 70s, such as the music of the Sex Pistols, will be the next big comeback act.
Mary Hart takes us along by way of home video camera for her latest postcard from out on the road. This time she's going back home for a 25-year high school class reunion that's full of surprises for Mary and all the other seniors from the class of '68.
So be true to your school.
It's hard to believe it's been that many years since I graduated from Augustana Academy in Canton, South Dakota. But what a thrill it was to see my old friends and classmates again.
And then along comes Mary.
One of the highlights for me was getting together with the school choir where I sang alto. And for old time's sake, we performed a few songs for the rest of the crowd. I'll tell you something, I was inspired to be singing it. It was great fun. Later that night, I got together with my fellow class members to reminisce.
Hi, Mary. Remember when we used to clean bathrooms at Old Maid? Turn on the lights and the cockroaches would hit for the drains? 4:30 every morning? She was just the perfect student. Yes, she was. She was perfect in every respect. She was the perfect cheerleader. Phil has claimed to buying Mary her first six-pack of beer. Oh, my gosh! The image has been tainted.
But all in all, they're great memories. And when we all brought each other up to date, I couldn't resist showing everyone a few pictures of my 19-month-old son, AJ.
Yeah, that's AJ,
Of course, a visit to Sioux Falls wouldn't be complete without a drive through the old neighborhood.
Boy, these neighborhoods haven't changed. The colors of the houses have.
Or a visit to my dear Aunt Ellen.
Oh, Mary, so great to see you. So great to see you, too. Just haven't changed so fast.
Neither have you.
It was great seeing everyone. I can't wait to do it again.
What did they say, that she was the perfect student?
Perfect in every way. She's still perfect in every way.
She is, yeah.
And she does look the same.
Hasn't aged a bit.
Not at all.
Going to be back here next week, too, Mary.
Yeah,
We'll
thanks,
take a break.
Mary.
Be right back.
The world's top husband and wife spy team have just added a junior partner.
See mommy picking the big lock? When you're a big girl, she'll teach you how to pick locks.
Undercover Blues, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, September 10th at theaters everywhere.
Dad, does Mobile House have wheels?
It only got here on wheels.
Mom? 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 Mom, where's my room? Oh, is it all mine?
All yours.
Way cool.
I think he likes it.
Today's manufactured home. Before buying your next home, call for a free brochure. 1-800-35-OWNER.
What are you looking for?
The wheels?
No way! This is our house!
Critics call The Man Without a Face a major triumph. Gibson shines as an actor and director.
Have a good look. Get it over with, and we'll continue.
One of the best films of 1993. Heartwarming and rewarding. It makes you feel good. Mel Gibson.
Is it this? But if that's all you see, well then, you don't see me.
The Man Without a Face. Rated PG-13. Now playing at a theater near you.
Are you struggling under the weight of unpaid bills? Do you feel like there's no way out? That you can't press on? Would you like to solve your debt problems and avoid bankruptcy? There's free help available. Consumer Credit Counseling Service can establish a budget and arrange with your creditors to take smaller payments over a longer period if necessary. Call Consumer Credit Counseling Service and let them give you a free hand.
The Men's Warehouse is a fine men's specialty store. We are not a place where you can buy a cheap suit cheap. We are a place where you can buy quality designer clothing at a 20 to 30% discount. I guarantee it.
If anybody talked to me about my weight, I would get tears instantly. It just hurt too much to be fat. I went to Jenny Craig because of the one-on-one counseling. My counselor was Nancy. She was a friend. She had practical solutions to things. I could call her at any time, and she'd be there for me. So not being fat, I feel like a new me.
Instead of just another diet, get personal weight management at Jenny Craig, all for just $1 a pound. Call 1-800-92-JENNY.
Production assistance furnished by GM MasterCard. Transfer any credit card balance to the GM card and earn 5% on money already spent toward a new GM car or truck. And pay no annual fee. Apply for the GM card.
Celebrating a birthday this Thursday, September 2nd, actor Keanu Reeves is 29. Actress Linda Pearl, 38. Tennis pro Jimmy Connors, 41. Actor Mark Harmon turns 42. And Football Hall of Famer Terry Bradshaw is 45.
Actor Christopher Lambert is a new action hero caught in the future. And in the movies, you know what that means, trouble.
It was a blast.
Strap in for a ride into the future as we take you behind the scenes of a new movie thriller called Fortress. Star Christopher Lambert looks like he's getting whipped here, but trust us, he gets out and does some real damage.
He's a little more than just a killing machine, just a war machine.
Also tomorrow, you meet some music fans who whip up some action of their own.
See this top with bell bottoms? It's kind of revealing, huh?
They'll be sneaking backstage at tonight's MTV Video Music Awards show to see what goes on firsthand.
Oh my God, what would you say to Madonna? I don't know, maybe nice book?
And we'll have their story tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight.
And we're going to close with a remake of a classic from the movie Calendar Girl. Here's a group called Theory with Why Do Fools Fall in Love. We'll see you.
Bye for now.
This Labor Day weekend, Home Base will be celebrating the grand opening of 3 new locations.